marry a divorced person unless the husband or the wife should die. If they don't die, you should never marry a divorced or a person who is still married and just separated. It's been created, it was the intent of God that a marriage should last until death do you part. You're not supposed to be marrying over and over and over again. That's a fallen state way of living. That's the way of the world. In the good old days, when boys were boys and men were men, we knew this, and most people got married, they stayed together until they died. Just because they had a fight or a disagreement, it wasn't considered, oh, let's just divorce or let's separate. If they couldn't get along, they stayed in the same home and slept in a different bedrooms until they could work it out. If you're just starting out in life, whether you're a man or a woman, you want a fresh start in life. If you marry a man who has been divorced or still married and talking about marrying you, you started out with a used car and it's just trouble for you. Why not have a fresh start with someone? No children, never been married. And the problem that you have will be your own. Anytime you marry someone who's already been married, whether it's a man marrying a woman marrying a man, you're marrying trouble. They're already angry, and God forbid they have children. It's just common sense. Men don't marry women who've already been married unless the husband died. Women don't marry men who've already been married unless the wife died. Even if they're divorced, they're still married. All right, just food for thought. Another thing, never, ever, never, 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 ever, 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 but never, ever, 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 live together before marriage. There are so many young men and women today living together and they're not married. And they're coming from Christian families. And so I asked them, why did you move in with her? Or why did you move in with him? I don't know, everybody else was doing it, they say. Well, how about your parents? Are your parents okay with this? Well, they never said anything about it. My father never taught me anything, they say. Or my mother never said anything about it, they say. Isn't that amazing? But they go to church. They love church. They love the Lord. But they don't set examples for their children. Do not move in. That's the way of the children of the lie. That's the wrong way. Because you end up together, and people ended up together, and they don't like each other. It's just sex. And then in some cases, they end up making babies, and it just creates more problems for the children, because anyone who's living together and not married, you're in hell already. You're in hell. And so even if you decide to get married, you're marrying in hell, so you're just going to catch hell. And that's why I encourage people, okay, separate, move out, and date for a year or two, no sex. Get to know each other and see if this is the person you want to be with. Unfortunately, too many Christians are living together unmarried because they've been influenced by the world. Even the churches have encouraged that, or not rebuked it or repudiated it, because the preachers are beta males. They're cowards. They're afraid to tell the truth because they went to school to become a preacher that was not called by God. We got to come back to the rules of our hearts, not the rules of the children of Satan. They don't work. You got to do it right. Don't get together. Don't move in. You date, but don't move in until you get married. Back in a moment.